What is going on, jumpers? This skill tutorial is going to focus on the leg over cross jump rope skill. It's going to give you all the main tips, things you need to avoid, and an actual progression to help you learn this jump rope skill. If you're a jumper that likes to be efficient with your skills, that wants to continually level up throughout your jump rope journey, this is the tutorial for you. All right, let's get to it. The only skill you need to know before doing this one is a basic cross. So the first main tip is pretty straightforward. You want to lift up the leg that you are going to be placing your hand underneath. You want your hands to go right behind your knee and for it to go all the way across your knee so that the loop of the rope is extended beyond your leg so you can actually jump through the loop of the rope. Now your other leg is going to be planted into the ground nice and stable. It's obviously going to be a little bit flexed, but you want it to be pretty straight and upright so that you're staying strong on that leg and your chest is staying as upright as possible. You really want to make sure you have a nice solid foundation because you're going to need to push hard through that leg that is on the ground in order to give you enough air time to lift up as you come out of the leg over placement and go into the cross. Now the arm that is underneath your leg during the leg over placement is going to go underneath during the cross. So the arm that is, again, underneath, that's behind your knee, is going to go underneath during the cross as you come out because that way it is nice and smooth. So things to avoid, you definitely don't want to drop your chest down. Dropping your chest down makes things way harder. You also want to make sure that your hand is not right underneath your midline. It's not sitting right underneath your body because then there's no loop to jump through. You also want to avoid keeping your hand far away from your body. Don't let that arm drift super far. Obviously, it's going to have some distance because it's underneath your leg and behind your knee, but don't let it drift too far, especially the other hand that is not restricted and not in a placement. Don't let your hands go really far away from your body. Make sure you avoid jumping really low as you come out of it. Don't jump like an inch off the ground when you exit the leg over and go into the cross because there's not enough room for you to execute the crossing part. You want to avoid bending over excessively as you finish the leg over cross. Now, obviously, as you're learning, there will be, some things to refine, but as you're practicing and as you're doing it more and more, avoid bending over aggressively as you finish the leg over cross. You also really want to avoid swinging out of the leg over. You'll see plenty of people who will do the leg over part, but then they will swing to exit that placement rather than going into a cross. And you really want to avoid that because while it is a valid way to exit the skill, and it's totally fine to learn how to do that, at first it's worth practicing going into a cross so you have your foundation set and you know what's going on because swinging out of skills can be a nasty habit that can be very hard to undo, especially with a leg over. All right, so let's go through a progression to actually learn this skill. We're going to start by standing upright, in place, ropes behind your body, and then we're going to bring the rope around and put one hand underneath our leg and then catch the rope. So no jumps yet, just catching the rope and seeing what it feels like to lift up a leg and to put one hand underneath one leg. Now from here, we're gonna repeat the exact same thing. Rope starts behind our body, everything is chilling, but when we bring the rope around this time, we will jump in the leg over placement, but then we're going to stop the rope in a toe catch right after that, but we're gonna keep that leg raised up in the air. Make sure you're doing this 5, 10, maybe 15 times just so that you get comfortable during each section of this progression. That way you know you're ready to move on to the next part of the progression. So from here, again, ropes behind our body, we're gonna bring it around, we're gonna do a leg over jump. Now this time, instead of doing a leg over catch, we will bring our hand out of the leg over placement and we will finish in a crossed toe catch. Again, the only jump we're doing is for the leg over and then we do a crossed toe catch. Now from here, I think you know what comes next. We're gonna do from standing first, ropes behind our body, we're gonna do a leg over jump. And then instead of doing a cross catch, we're gonna push through our foot and do an actual cross jump. From there, you can do a cross toe catch or a regular toe catch, either way. The point is, you've now done a leg over cross. Great job. If this tutorial helped you with that leg over cross, send it off to a friend that you think might also enjoy it. If you have any questions at all, drop a comment down below or hit me up on Instagram at Nate_KG. All right, guys, I will see you in the next jump rope skill tutorial.